Welcome back to PowerSlave. Seeriki Senki Haku Kyuchu Kyunen Pharaoh no Fukatsu. As this is the title screen from the Japanese version.
It's just called 1990. I didn't see the number. 1999?
Yeah, 1999 AD, the Resurrection of the Pharaoh.
Huh.
Like I just said, weren't you listening?
Forgive me, I wasn't, I'm not super fluent in, Japanese. I need to go, recruit an interpreter for that.
Anyway, yeah, now that we can actually fly, there's some stuff we can do. Well, we could have actually done this earlier, but I decided to just leave it until now, because there's a couple of team dolls in set arena. Right, so again, we could have done this on our first visit, but I just didn't.
Seems like it's easier if you have the levitation.
Yeah, much easier. Much easier. But we're actually not done here. Because in PowerSlave Exhumed, they added another team doll in this level.
Ooh. Is this one for like one of the people who worked on the Martyr version, or?
Yes, it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this one we also could have gotten as soon as we came here, but I again decided to leave it until we actually get all the powers. Just makes things a little bit easier. Also, we have more health, so we can kind of face tank these fireballs. Yeah, here's a guy from Night Dive, and it actually has the Night Dive logo there instead of the lobotomy logo.
That's pretty fun. I like that.
So then, we head back to Karnak because you remember this waterfall.
Vaguely, yes.
Okay, yes. And like I said, there is a treasure behind every self-respecting waterfall in the video game. So now we can actually get behind the waterfall.
That's not usually what I expect when I think behind a waterfall, but I guess this is technically true.
Well, in the vicinity of the waterfall anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got the team doll of Ezra Treesback, who is the lead programmer, or rather the only programmer of PowerSlave, who created the engine and all that. And also worked on the game design. So that's our little team doll diversion done at the moment. Right now, we will head back to the critical path, and in order to do that, we have to head back to the Thought Treasure Reliquary. The Thought Treasure Reliquary. God, that is a difficult word to pronounce. And yeah, that is actually, you can't see that destructible wall from that side. You're actually supposed to come through this door and see the force field and then figure, oh, what's behind that? And then you just make your way to the shortcut and to the start of the level. But yeah, the actual reason that is here is that it offers us pretty easy passage to the actual next bit we need to go.
Okay.
Now this is just me trying to get the map to appear. Like the full map. Or the all-seeing eye, as it was called on the Saturn, where it was just an orb. Yeah, you remember the red carpet from earlier. Now we can actually traverse this.
This just gave me Shadow Temple vibes. Just the entrance where you need the long shot to get in. Oh hey, it's the camel.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. I also tried to bump that wall because there is a team doll somewhere in this general area, but I forgot where it was. So let's just carefully make our way to the camel and head to the Canyons of Chaos. Or as I like to call them, the Canyons of Confusion. Because holy shit, this level is confusing.
Oh joy.
So this level is entirely based on our new ability to levitate. Or based around that. Everything we have to do has to... well, kinda has to do with finding the right spot to kind of jump from to get enough height to reach various areas.
Okay.
And here, this is me doing it wrong. The best place to actually start from is right next to the camel, because that is the highest ground you can find.
I see the vision for the level. I don't know if there's a good way to execute this kind of thing. I mean, I guess maybe if the levitation just lets you change your, or you know, go up and down freely rather than oh my god. It's like a blue shell.
Yeah, that's not even like a homing projectile anymore. That's just like a heat seeker.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this idea would work better if you could freely adjust your height rather than having to find a specific place to jump from.
Now that is actually the upgrade you get when you collect all the team dolls. Well, not all of them, but like most of them.
Really? That's locked behind
Yes.
the team dolls? That's kinda...
Yes.
I don't like that.
It's also like completely game breaking, so I'm not sure. Okay, so that didn't really accomplish much, but we did get to kind of see what's around there, and we also got rid of the enemies lurking around. So let's actually see where we're supposed to be going. Well, clearly not here. Yeah, thanks. Okay, this is again not the ideal spot to fight this Magmantis, but I think we can manage. At least there's only one of them.
It'll be fine.
I feel like if you were going for the achievement where you need to kill one of these with the machete, I think this might be a good place to do it. Because there's only one of them instead of like 3.
You know, that's very reasonable.
Although there's also not a lot of space, so... Oh! It's the map! My god, we have finally found the map!
Just a map.
For all the good it does us, because look at this thing. Yeah, in a level that is as vertical as this and as dense as this, it's not really gonna help much. Because we need like a full 3D map to make any sense of this.
Yeah, the Metroid Prime map would actually be really, really appreciated right now. Will the flamethrower really do a whole lot to these guys?
No, but I ran out of ammo. I mean, I think it might actually do a decent amount of damage close up. I don't know. I haven't really tried because I generally try not to get close to these guys. Damn it. Also, there it looked like I was walking on the lava, but I was actually just hovering right above it. So, let's try this again, shall we? Well, we can't quite reach that ledge, so let's just take care of these guys so they don't bother us. Would you please just... I kind of wish they were more aggressive and just popped up out of the lava more often instead of just kind of hanging out there.
Yeah, the fact that they are just invulnerable the whole time they're under the lava just really sucks.
Anyway, you see they actually blew up that wall behind us. Now we can actually destroy that, and there is like... It's kind of funny because the thing that looks like it's destructible is actually not the part you're supposed to hit. The actual thing that you can destroy is above that bit.
Huh.
But the Mantis did manage to hit that part, so we can just get in here and get the final piece of the transmitter. Now we can also just let the Mantises hit us with their fireballs and kind of launch us upwards. And that actually can get us enough height to just reach the transmitter piece without actually that getting in that little alcove at all.
I see.
That's actually how I usually do that, because it's kind of easy to do that way.
I'm glad we finally have a place to put the laptop screen.
Indeed. We've just been carrying it in our back pocket, I suppose. The whole thing.
Yeah, just it's connected via the ribbon cable, but like it's not secure, and like trying to make sure the ribbon cable doesn't like tear or snap is always terrifying.
Yeah, and also it's a 90s laptop, so it's gonna weigh 1,000,000 pounds and probably could be used as a blunt weapon to fend off a Mac Mantis.
I would not recommend trying that without the top chassis, just to try to preserve the ribbon cable.
Yeah, fair enough. So this is just me being stupid and completely forgetting how this level works, so let's try that again, shall we? I could cut more, I could do more editing in this level, but this is confusing enough when you're playing, and it's confusing enough when you're watching it with all this stuff in, to just kind of figure where everything is and how it all fits together. So I try to avoid too much editing in this level, just kind of not confuse people any worse than they already are confused by this level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate the I don't know how to describe it, just like the fact that everything just kind of feels less disjointed when we're just kind of seeing it all, or we're just flying through the same map as we, try to figure our way through.
Yeah, I will eventually start doing a little bit of editing in this as well, but it's like stuff we have very much already seen, like when I go back to the start, so you don't need to see that for the millionth time. Just grab the full health while we're here. We're not gonna come back. I just checking which keys I have, and of course I still can't tell the symbols of power and earth apart, so that doesn't really matter.
The doors were like right next to each other, so it's not that big a deal.
Okay, so now let's try this again. Do it properly. Yeah, so that's the symbol of time door to our right, and this was the symbol of power, I think, so...
Yes.
So we need to find the symbol of time, which we may or may not have just unlocked with that. Now this leads to a team doll, I believe, but I'm not gonna go for that right now. We have enough on our plate as is. I probably should have actually just gone up instead of down.
Probably.
Also, this is a little nook here that we haven't actually gone to, so let's make our way, eventually, back to where we can actually reach the higher ledge, because there was something there. Not this way. I'm not sure why I'm so confused by everything.
Because everything looks the same and there's no, real landmarks.
This is true. But yeah, we now have the Sacred Manacle. And I still failed to get the required height for this. So I go back here and think, okay, maybe I just didn't jump high enough. Nope.
At this point, I'd say just grenade jump it.
I mean, probably, yeah, so let's just go back to our camel buddy here and just do this properly. Okay, and now we have the symbol of time, and now we can leave.
So, what's the Sacred Manacle do for us?
The Sacred Manacle is a pretty strong weapon. It fires a lightning bolt from our hand.
Ooh.
Now the catch is, it takes a while to charge. Yeah, you saw it there. I don't think you have to charge it that long, but there's a little bit of a charge.
That's interesting. I do like the variety we have with all our weapons.
Yeah, there's a pretty good selection, and I will probably use the manacle more in the next level. We got all the lads in here. Also, one thing I didn't point out was that there was actually another type of trap in one of these, or in these pots, at this point of the game. Like that, it shoots the same small fireballs that the Ring of Ra does. Although these don't bounce, but it's the same sprite and everything. I think that actually does more damage than the snake projectiles, but the range is so short that this is not nearly as dangerous as the projectiles. Because like you can just stand a little bit further back and never really worry about getting hit. Although if I shoot those from that distance, yeah, then I will get hit. So let's not do that. Oh, not again. I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you!
Just avoid it for 30 seconds and it'll despawn. Because apparently that's what blue shells do after 30 seconds.
Oh. Oh, come on, how come that guy can shoot through the boss, but I can't? That's crap. Maybe he's been practicing.
To be fair, you shot it into the pillar.
Well. I feel like I was aiming between the pillars, but oh well, maybe I wasn't. I feel like the hitbox might have been more generous than it actually was. Well, whatever. Hi, just passing through. Pay us no mind. Yeah, a lot of the time that is actually the best way to handle mech mantises. Unless you absolutely have to fight them.
Understandable.
And this is finally our last key, the symbol of war. Now we did briefly see the symbol of war door earlier, but at this point I have no idea where it is because I just completely blanked out on that.
I like how you picked up the health at the same time, so it just looked like you got the symbol of war health.
Ah yes. You gotta have good war health.
We got a perfectly healthy war going on right now.
Keep the war machine well oiled.
Oh my god, freedom!
Indeed. So now we are taking the fight to the Killmat, because we are heading to their colony and busting some heads.
Good.
Yeah, we got some architecture going on here. So that's gonna be something to look forward to when we head to the final levels of the game next time.